What's behind this recent increase in tensions that's led to this? It is quite a setback, as there had been signs of warming relations.
Well, I think, first of all, we've got to figure out what does cutting diplomatic relations mean. The Moroccans say that while the embassy may be closed, the consulates of both countries are going to remain open. So, with other words, there is some sort of diplomatic relationship left. That's one. The other thing, I think, is the accusations that the Algerians are making are twofold. One, that the Moroccans used Israeli Pegasus software to survey Algerian nationals. And second of all, that the Moroccans have been supporting a Berber, Kabyle, if you wish, independence movement in the north of Algeria. What I think is much more at stake here is the fact that one of the moves by the Trump administration was to recognize the Western Sahara, which is disputed, as part of Moroccan territory in exchange for Morocco establishing full and formal diplomatic relations with Israel. And that recognition is, of course, something that the Algerians have bones to pick with.
So what does this breakdown of ties mean more largely for regional stability in North Africa, which really isn't the most stable place at the moment?
Definitely not. And I don't think that this would contribute to it. So, with other words, you have the tensions in Libya. You have the domestic crisis in Tunisia. Algeria itself has been the scene of a popular revolt for now almost 2 years, even though that is somewhat subsided. Nonetheless, the issues have not been resolved. So a breakdown in diplomatic relations, or even stronger, a tenser relationship along the border between the two countries' militaries would not be contributing to, stability in Northern Africa, but also instability on the southern shore of Europe at a time that the Europeans are bracing themselves for another migration wave, particularly out of Afghanistan.
So what kind of mediation efforts might be possible here? Who could possibly step in to try to help ease tensions?
Well, the French, of course. France is the former colonial power. In the case of Algeria, it was the colonial power. In the case of Morocco, there was a French mandate. And the French clearly carry a lot of influence there. Potentially the Spaniards, given that the Western Sahara used to be the Spanish Sahara, and the fact that Spain has very close relations with both countries. And in fact, two cities in Morocco on the Mediterranean coast remain national Spanish territory until today. Ceuta and Melilla. So I think that whatever mediation would probably come from Europe rather than from the Middle East, for example.
Okay, we'll leave it there for now. James Dorsey joining us from Singapore. Thank you.